That's the closest we've gotten. And no, just don't screw off. Be honest.
Rise to the top, or get left in the
Alright,
dust.
should have a good one. What time is it? 1 o'clock. Okay.
Thought you had killed Aurora, false believers. Tremble, for I am Aurora. I am the herald of change. Behold the final dawn, and die!
I'll make an example out of you.
Unto the devout shall the sacrifice be gifted.
Arch.
Negligible.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that is no AP.
I'll see to it personally.
Crap. Should have done that first. I had it in my head that that cost 1 AP.
Integrity failure. Detected.
Who if not me?
Isn't this a job for the serfs? Me, if you insist, Lord Captain.
And here we go again. You're gonna move down here.
I'll put my psychic abilities to use.
Maybe. But I never changed his weapon. Never changed his weapon. You can charge.
I won't object.
Charge back up there. Hit him. Buff Abelard. Cassie, I need to move you out of the way.
Guided by faith.
We'll do that. But we're gonna obviously
Doubt is for the weak.
do all the buffs.
I'll do it. As the Emperor commands, I act. None can escape the Emperor's justice. I'll do it.
your Messiah knows, comprehends all.
Doing 33 damage this time? Just do that.
High momentum.
Victory is imminent.
Is it though? No point in you shooting him. Four to 8 damage. So instead we're gonna go this way.
Tried and tested tactics are the best ones. Indeed. I took care of this one. It will be done. At your beck and call.
Suffer as your corpse emperor suffers.
That difference is insane. That difference is totally insane.
I'll show you why navigators are feared.
See to it.
What did you hit? You just missed. Okay, we get another chance. There we go.
I'm not accustomed to being ordered around. Me. If you insist, Lord
I'll give him
Captain.
another regular turn.
As good as you're inevitable.
Oh my god. This is a completely different battle. This is completely different.
I am a navigator, not a servitor.
What is going on? And I have my plasma pistol. I probably should have been using the whole time. Is that all it's gonna do?
Taking calculated risk is in my second nature. I'll make it happen. On it.
Cassie, another turn. Yeah, you can book him.
If I may. Isn't this a job for the serfs?
Like, Haskell even survived a round in combat with him. It's kind of nuts.
But of course, Lord Captain. For the throne's glory. Alas, no.
And we're not finished.
Rejoice in battle! Doubt is for the weak. Faith without deeds is worthless. As the Emperor commands.
High momentum.
The Pascal will probably die. Unfortunate. Is what it is.
I will do like one fewer target.
Abelard is over here now
It
with
will be done. At your beck and call.
No reason to be over here.
It will be done.
Going after the shuttle. Wow.
Battlefields are always drowned in scarlet. I'm not accustomed to Isn't this a job for the serfs?
Still a chance. Here's my perfect moment.
I have read tomes of military tactics. Me? If you insist, Lord Captain.
43. Nice.
I am a navigator by God's grace, at least.
What is going on? This is...
I embrace death without regret.
Good for you, buddy.
As duty demands.
He has no limit on our attacks, so only our AP.
Die with grace, at least.
So we just clear up the rest of the fight.
If I may, another foe painted black.
Oh, that kind of... that whole thing is kind of nuts. Oh, because her... rate of fire is 6, is that right? Abelard.
Victory is... I took care of this one.
This is the guy beside Pascal next.
At your beck and call.
Me? Try to die with grace, at least.
Wow. Wow, that's kind of nuts. The difference in that fight is insane. That difference is insane. Let me see characteristics modifiers. So yeah, I have that saved. No, I have it saved there. That's an autosave. I thought I did a hard save. There's quick saves. I was sure I did a hard save before that fight. Hey Bamboozle, how are you? Waking
I
up.
always keep my options open.
not bad at this time. Heavy bolter. Rate of fire 8. So, do we get her? Oh, it's heretical as well, though. Never mind, she ain't using that. Just like our number of followers. Life draining sword. Yeah, we're not using any of that. Yeah, I had to turn down the difficulty just to get past this fight. I couldn't do it. We spent nearly 3 hours total doing this fight. So how does that compare to this one? It's there. It does a lot more damage. So we'll do that. Not what I selected, but okay. I'm gonna give him the long las, even though his ballistic skill isn't great. Need him to be able to reach out and touch people. We'll give you a standard las gun. Kind of want to keep the flamer. I'll quite honest, I don't really care about the Chaos Space Marine. It's the sniper that was insane. God, where are we going? What are these two? No worries, Bamboozle, thanks for the lurk. That's interesting. Oh, nice. Equal to the number of enemies. Interesting. The more enemies, the better. Orchestrated firestorm. All allies that have line of sight on any enemies inside the selected zone make an immediate single attack against a random enemy within that zone that they can target with their weapons. Ooh. I'm gonna go Master Tactician. Haven't even looked at the other two. But it's good. What the hell do we do with you? I think I'm a bounty hunter. Arch militant. Crowd control would be nice. I think we make you a vanguard. We're just gonna do. Single shot, single melee attack, area shot, or burst shot. It's +5 weapon and ballistic skill for every stack of versatility. That's pretty good, so we can do a bunch of attacks, and then if we need to, we could like send off a nice big sniper shot then. Ooh. Damn, did we give her Arch Militant too and give her an extra attack? What does Bounty Hunter get? Oh, I never even looked at their tiers. I never even looked at the enemy tiers. kind of want to go with Arch-Militant for her as well. Oh no. I think Master Tactician for her then too. Like, what does Grand Strategist do? Kind of cool. Did we get our Grand Strategist and just and buff all that? But she's gonna get that buff as levels up. I'm gonna get her Grand Strategist just to have the archetype, I guess. Master Tactician might have been better on her. They're still the same. They're okay. They're also the same. Your Grand Strategist on you. I'm gonna get Assassin on Tech Priest. Maybe a terrible idea, but I don't care. And she's getting Arch-Militant. Right. Here's what it is. Gain the second tier doctrine.
Keep your wits about you.
Let's leave this planet, goddammit. That change in difficulty level is that boggles my mind. Thanks be the Emperor, you're alive, your lordship. Yep. They're no problem at all. I'm most gratified by your return. The crew is full of zeal to carry out any orders you may have. Or anything else in here to count what happened to the system's sun. Saw a number of ships approach sun, black creations of inhuman make, amalgams of sharp angles and edges. They surrounded the star, and then, my apologies, but I struggled to find words that could describe that terrible sight. The Xenos made the sun vanish into the void. Drukari. So we didn't have enough trouble on our hands already. The Xenos, enemies of humanity. Breed of the Aldari, most cruel and devious of their kind. The design of their ships matches the description provided by the Voxmaster. Like all Xenos, the Drukhari are blight on the face of the galaxy, but their technological superiority is indisputable. They abhor and fear warp sorcery, which is why they rely on creations of their twisted intellect. Many of those creations are capable of things that may seem akin to sorcery to the unenlightened eye. The theft of the sun is one example of what they are capable of. Are the Xenos in league with Aurora's cultists? We can rule out that possibility. The Drukhari would never ally themselves with the Archenemy's worshippers. If I had to name one thing that humanity and those Xenos have in common, it would be the shared loathing of warp corruption. The situation calls for immediate action. We can continue this conversation later if you wish if you so wish, but right now, I believe you should assume command. Right, what's the current situation on board? Navigator Sanctum is no longer empty, but the warp engine is still refusing to obey the engine steers. Without it, we cannot perform a warp jump. It may be angry, or perhaps it is lamenting the injuries it has suffered. I will immediately initiate preparations for the prayer service. The Omnissiah grants me comprehension. I will appease the machine spirit of this vessel. What is happening on the planet now? Our augur operators are reporting numerous uprisings and other manifestations of the Archenemy's powers at various locations on the planet. Based on the fragments of communications picked up by our Vox operators, there is practically no resistance being offered by the Governor's forces. Millions of people are converting to the blasphemous Final Dawn cult en masse and assembling in prayer circles. Do you have any hope of retaking the planet? I fear that Rickard Minoris is lost. Excuse me. The situation is deteriorating by the minute. We must leave this system as soon as possible. We should exterminate that damn planet. However, there are still people on the planet who have not succumbed to heresy and who are worthy of rescue. Besides a small number of our own shuttles, we also have shuttles salvaged from Starport. We must save as many as we can. It's all happened for a reason. Saint Argenta, whose name I carry with reverence and trepidation, is famed for saving the people of a dying world through the power of prayer. The God Emperor himself sent a star from the heavens that lifted the saints and their followers up to the sky, away from corruption and death. We must do as she did. After all our efforts saving those people. The lives of the peasants are of little value. Our prime objective is to save the holy relic, the miraculous fusion reactor, and the Electro Priest guard and tend to it. Every moment we spend in proximity to a dying world, we're putting ourselves at risk. Your life, Lord Captain, is far more valuable than all of Rickard Minoris. The Von Valencius dynasty cannot be allowed to perish, and so lamentable as all it is, we must rule out any idea of an evacuation. The world is doomed, and its inhabitants along with it. The disappearance of the star was the final nudge toward death, finale of the cut to the dawn of the Final Dawn's plans. I once witnessed a similar event, a world that had surrendered to the servants of the archenemy and permitted corruption to enter too deep. At this moment, millions of people are bowing down before those who promised them salvation, and they are willingly giving over their souls to chaos, a sacrifice great enough to bring forth a demon world. Our only hope of stopping this process is to retreat to a safe distance from the planet and conduct a targeted bombing of the Electro Priest's monastery. If we blow up the reactor, the thermonuclear reaction will follow. The world's oxygen will evaporate, killing off the entire biosphere. In doing this, we will save millions of souls from the fate far worse than death, and will save Rickard Minoris from becoming an outpost of the archenemy. I urge you to make it haste, Captain. The planet is burning in raging flashes of crimson and purple. You can see it even from orbit. Yeah, we're gonna bomb it. Enough talking, we need to get out of here. Dogmatic. Set an optimal course and carry out an orbital strike on the Electro Priest Monastery. Rickard Minoris must fall. Yes, Lord Captain, I'll immediately inform the navigation and artillery decks. By choice. The bridge is in upheaval. The technoman's prayers mixed together in a senseless cacophony while servitors work hastily to remove a hardened crust of sacred unguents from the warp engine's components. In the middle, of all this tumult stands Pascal with a data slate clutched in his hand, seemingly disconnected from the flurry of activity around him. Prove the word of Megason, and Pascal, I kindly request that you take charge of this mess. Thank you, Your Lordship, you are right. Karma, heed my instruction. The mayhem immediately subsides and the crew's actions fall into some indiscernible logic. The Omnicide servants start working in sync, and the binary clamor becomes a symphony of reports which the Magus coordinates with like a skillful conductor. Admirably done. The Omnicide guides me. Please take your place at the cogitator, Lord Captain. First, explain what we are doing. Study the data and discovered that a machine node that was damaged as a result of the heretic sabotage. Functioning of the warp sextant was tampered with, and the ship's spirit, aggrieved by this violation of the right of operation, is now rejecting its calculations. I sought a way to rectify this error and have concluded that your participation is necessary to do so. The cogitator systems of this temple of the Omnicide are subordinate to the shell whose repository serves the machine we see before us. A machine created for your predecessor and one that uses the biological signatures of dynastic blood in its computations. Spirit should recognize the ship's master and submit to its will. Good. Each machine in front of you is lit with dozens of vid screens and hundreds of lumens. Flicking lights and endless rush of symbols and digits on the green background make your eyes water. The vague sense of alarm simmers in the depths of your mind. The typical reaction of a layperson when confronted with the magnitude of the Omnicide's creation. Servants of the machine god, heed my command. Acolytes, prepare the incense instrumentation for the liturgy of machine spirit propitiation, whatever. Senior Technomaster recite the prayer to generate a current data report. Operations will be marked with the Campanological Protocol Omnicide Rejoice. I must inform you that for the purpose of safety, complete reassembly of the warp six and updating of the datasmith blessings are required. If this is not done, then at launch, the volume of aggregate calculation errors could result in the destruction of the data crypts. As we do not have 100 hours at our disposal, we must omit this procedure. Minor deviation from the right of operation for the sake of appeasing the spirit. Deviation from the right of operation? That sounds dubious, especially coming from you. Dogma bids that the appropriate rituals of cleansing and reassembly be carried out on the warp sextant. It is a long and labor-intensive process. Our best chance is to bypass the sacred prohibition on directly interfacing with the conduits of the motive force, a faster and less orthodox route. The lives of the entire crew now depend on my convincing the ship's spirit to start up a broken phone, is that right? Your interpretation is verging on tech heresy, however, given your rank, Lord Captain, I will nevertheless respond. For a layperson, you have described our position with relative accuracy. I place my hopes in his revelations and humbly ask for his guidance. Place your hand inside the throat of the cogitator guardian. Okay. The laws of the Omnicide know no exceptions, and so in this ritual I will remain at your side to placate the wrathful machine spirit in whose abode you will be intruding. Forgive my liturgies, Lord Captain, and may we receive his blessing. Metal jaw clamps down on your hand, breaking your delicate corporeal sheath and releasing warm red liquid into its gullet. At the same moment, the image on the vid screen before you changes. Access initialized. Okay. By my authority, I revoke the inviolability protocol of the warp engine. Servants of the Omnissiah, make now the offerings of cleansed data crypts to the machine spirits so that they may be filled with their true and calibrated data. In meek solemnity, the acolytes offer up the cleansed data crypts to the warp engine, one after another, repeating prayers of exaltation. After anointing the contacts with sacred unguents, Pascal inserts them in the cogitator slots. Your head begins to spin from the holy censers, foul-smelling clouds of smoke, and from the loss of blood that the cyber gargoyles continue to drink from you, and the world swims before your eyes. What is happening? Because he just said no. A few seconds when the data crypt mounted in the cogitator begins to emit sparks. A moment later, another data crypt does the same. The next bursts into flames and gives off foul-smelling smoke. And someone bursts into frantic pleading. Massive errors in the warp section's calculations is destroying the data repositories. The offering did not appease the ship's spirit. The warp engine cannot be filled with the motive force. We are trapped. Perhaps an alternative Ryzen protocol or an emergency launch of the auxiliary coils. Pascal is too engrossed in his ritual to notice. Read the information on the vid screen. The query. What query? Standard is grounded by the barcombs and the tapping of command runes. Injury rescue query. Machine spirit, this is the Lord Captain of this vessel. Obey me and start the warp engine. That was a non-executable request, Lord Captain, even if the Vice Receptor could interpret such a... Pascal's next vocalization goes unsynthesized as he sees the vid screens begin to stabilize one after another. Strings frenetically galloping across the green background are replaced with stable images or regularly updating status reports. Only one monitor remains inexplicably red. Registering warp sections activated. Registering data stream stabilizing. Registering 0 data errors found. Reporting the warp engine is ready for translation. I'm also reporting evidence indicating a category 3 miracle fulfilling the criterion. Thou shalt witness the mechanism that files in glorification of its function and in defiance of the activation. Lord Captain Raver here. The crew are almost finished carrying out the orders given earlier. I just received confirmation from the engineering halls. I don't know what you did, but the warp engine's up and rearing to go. Ready to begin the translation to the warp. I'll give that. Waiting for you to ascend to Captain's throne. May the Emperor protect us. We can't see the ship outside.
Von Valencia's flagship made its way out of the doomed star system. As the void ships plunged deeper into the Corona's expanse, the rogue trader's subjects bid a formal farewell to the late head of the dynasty, Theodora von Valancius. Having paid their last respects, the crew gathered their strength and braced themselves for whatever was to come next.
Chapter 1 complete. Our captain, allow me to report. Our journey through the warp is coming to an end. Lady Navigator Arcelio informs me that we have reached the point where we can translate to real space in the Furibunda system. Lady Navigator and her pilots are awaiting your permission to begin the process. Furibunda system is home to Footfall, the only Imperium outpost with a functioning wharf in the Coronis Expanse. The tech priests are begging you to have mercy on the machines worn down by the warp and allow the servants of the Unside to inspect and heal the void ship's wounds in the dock. The prayers and rituals will take some time, with our astropathic choir, which our astropathic choir will use to establish a connection with the prime worlds of the Protectorate. Dargonis, Janus, and Kaivagama. Master Zachary Wise has recovered an invitation previously adrift in the Materium. The Liege of Footfall has humbly requested an audience with the rogue trader of the Von Valencius dynasty. According to Master Zachary, the message was tinted with shades of pleading. I quote, "Apparently the Liege is anxious to meet as soon as possible." Footfall, the place where filth and sanctity go hand in hand. Reverend Germanus Delaroso will most likely expect a visit from me. I imagine he will be interested in talking to you as well. I'll be leaving your void ship when we arrive in Footfall. Once that is done, consider your Lord Inquisitor's task complete. Young Evan Winterscale has asked me to convey his gratitude for your hospitality and for saving him from certain death. Not wishing to outstay his welcome, he plans to disembark at Footfall. Okay. I'm informed the rogue trader during the comprehensive system inspection raid. This unit discovered data clusters within the captain's cogitator that are concealed from prying eyes by means of a personal cipher and a sacrament of algorithmic authorization. Been added to the access list and assigned identification Keeper 2. The unit can access the data from the captain's cogitator provided that he possesses the decryption key. Are you leaving us, Heinrichs? The arrangement between the Lord Inquisitor and your predecessor was that I be transported to Footfall and no further. I dare not take advantage of your generosity and patience any more than I already have. You're a skilled fighter. I could use people like you. What do you say we extend your stay in my retinue? Thank you for the offer, but I must decline. I'm afraid that my duty to the Golden Throne comes before everything else. Footfall is just a brief stop. What next? As soon as we solve the issues plaguing the ship and establish contact with the key worlds of the Protectorate, the time will come for our Magna Accessio, the official ceremony of donning the mantle of the rogue trader. It is mostly a formality at this point. You already possess all the privileges granted by the warrant, yet it is a major milestone in your personal history. The moment your name graces the list of heads of the Von Valencius dynasty. We're all looking forward to that day. Woohoo. Argenta is the head of the Drusian mission, one of the most prominent clergymen. Assisted him in mission before I joined Lady Theodora on her voyage. I need his blessing to accompany the new rogue trader. Okay, so we'll have to meet him. What do I need to know about Footfall? Largest port. boasts its own astropathic choir, pirate hideouts, smuggler caches, and forts belonging to a dozen gangs, groups, and factions. Develop its own rules and customs. Many of the goods that can be procured there will be considered heresy in the heart of the Imperium. Okay. Do you know anything about the Liege of Footfall, Abelard? Vladame Tokara. It's very peculiar, man. Consider your upcoming conversation a baptism of fire in Footfall's political arena. Is the appointee of the Kasbalaka mission the largest robber baron crime syndicate in the Galaxis system sector, which specialise in the cold trade, the buying and selling of all Xenos rubbish. Previously suffered an accident. And winters. Okay. Slippery but very cautious. He does not usually beat around the bush and does not play mind games. He's no fool. Oil tech thieves, the Casablanca. Okay. Let's leave the warp. Shit appears to change at every word. One more thing, Lord Captain. No one at the station knows about Lady Theodora's demise, and you inheriting the title Liege to Cora will be informed. It is required we do so we can use the dock, and besides, he is expecting a personal audience with the rogue trader. You can either arrive on the station with the proper pomp and ceremony, or choose to visit incognito. Tell me how these choices will benefit me. According to Football's unwritten law, rogue traders enjoy special privileges that exceed even the power of the Liege. However, they may choose not to exercise those privileges in certain situations. Arriving incognito will give you more room to maneuver, while an official visit will allow you to directly intervene in local affairs. Every rogue trader arrival at the station has the right to veto any of the Liege's decisions, but there's a catch. So is where they're okay. Not prevent certain persons, namely Caliga's Winterscale, from subtly pulling the strings in Footfall. If you, as a new rogue trader, start your career with an official landing and a parade in your honor, the other dynasties may see this gesture as the newcomer challenging their spheres of influence. Do not see that as a bad thing necessarily. Old Man Winterscale may take slight offense. Porter will be put on our guard, but you've just risen to prominence, and most people in the Kronos Expanse have not even heard about Lady Theodora's departure yet. It must be made clear that the banner of Von Valencia soars as high as ever. I would recommend arriving incognito. You'll have plenty of opportunities to savor the sweetness of the burden and power, but right now is the last time you could take refuge in obscurity. This way, your arrival will not draw much attention, and the people will treat you as a person, and not the almighty sovereign anointed by the Emperor. You could turn some situations to your advantage. Ooh. We're a servant of the Emperor, you know, appointed by his will, so we'll arrive officially as a rogue trader. Valet, bridge officers. Heinrichs. I'm gonna just bust through his stuff here.
I'm usually the one interested in the pasts of those around me, not the reverse. I come from a night world, Guizorn 3. I belong to a branch of one of the noble houses until my exceptional abilities were discovered. After that, I was sent on a black ship to Holy Terra, where I was trained, and I began my service for the glory of the Imperium.
How did you discover your abilities?
Like many psychers unaware of their curse, I found out when a strong emotional reaction triggered an involuntary response. My great aunt had a pet grink. One day, it bit me, and I boiled it from inside out. And when my great aunt slapped me for what I'd done, I boiled her too.
Nice. I hope you've mastered your abilities since then.
When I arrived on Holy Terra and was tested, I was found to be suitable material for becoming a sanctioned psyker, able to bend his curse to his own will. I can assure you that the adepts of the Astra Telepathica were right in their assessment.
Tell me about the Black Ship.
Picture a vast prison ship, filled with frightened, angry psychers who can't control their abilities and who have just lost their homes and their families. Some of them were children and adolescents like I was. Some were monstrous creatures who no longer had the right to be called human, or psychopaths who reveled in their impure powers. Once, when one of the miscreants broke free, those in command simply depressurized the bay and got rid of the culprit, along with the prisoners and crew tainted by him. But even after that, I heard the echo of inhuman suffering and terror that filled that part of the ship. It grieves me to recall that episode to this day.
You were sent to the Inquisition straight after training?
No. First, I was accorded the status of a psyker fit for service in the Imperial Guard, where I then spent several years. It was only afterward that I became an agent of the Golden Throne.
Do you remember your home planet?
I do, but I have no ties to my homeworld now.
Okay, let's
None
talk about
except
something
my
else.
first name. I left Guizorn 3 when I was still a child. My family disowned me, stripping me of my family name. I was given a new one by those who trained me. Even for a noble, being branded a psyker is a mark of eternal shame. I experienced that firsthand before I was put on the Black Ship.
So that's where the Black Ship comes from, okay. How long have you served in the Inquisition?
Since the day of my initiation as an acolyte. So, decades. How many real years it's been, it's hard to say. When I return from a journey through the warp, I often discover that much more or much less time has passed in real space. Gladly.
Okay. Furibundus. Unknown ships over there. Okay. Oh, between us and them. Nice. Our captain, getting reports of several ships moving towards us, judging by the fact that they're not responding to our hails. And the telemetry shows the trail of macro batteries. They're not here for a chinwag. Ready to issue orders and prepare for battle at your command. Where did they come from? Why haven't you noticed them before? The rubbish in Furibundus. And I'm not talking about these wrecks that are about to open fire. I mean the remains of meteorites, gas clouds, refuse from the shipyards, and it all bunches together, and the smaller ships hide behind to harass as they emerge from the warp. All stations get ready for void combat.
I lift up my voice in prayer for this vessel and its hallowed guns.
Moving ships in combat. You've engaged the enemy in space combat. Battles in space and on the surface of planets work quite differently from one another. Space combat, the battlefield is separated into 3 zones marked by various degrees of brightness. Acceleration, mid-movement, and end movement. Ships travel at high speeds even during combat, which is why both your ships and those of your enemies must move a certain distance each round. Okay. I think I kind of want to be here to get our macro cannons all good and lined up, right? Yeah.
Coordinates set.
No! You covered up the... Ship is equipped with an arsenal of weapons, which, oh no, don't be doing this. Some ships are protected by shields. Deal damage to such an enemy, you must first pierce their shields. 2 shield rails cover the ship's sides. 1 protects its bow and 1 stern, yeah. Facing enemy ship, Note that enemy shields recover each round. Go. Likewise, protected by shields. If the enemy attacks you from the side when the shields are weakened and depleted, you'll take damage. Do not recover at the start next turn. Instead, they can be restored by using the restart shields action. Okay. Right, so we did a nice little bit of damage there. We do have the lance cannon. Oh, that's shields. Right. Oh, we can hit you with them. We can launch torpedoes at them anyway. Oh, no, that's another macro cannon. Do it.
Macro cannons, open fire!
Beautiful. Leave this fight for another day. You would like that.
With the force of a supernova!
Alright, we didn't get through the shield, that's fine. Oh, you must reach one of these. Okay.
Engage the engines!
Well then.
Make every shot count.
You guys are leaving? Don't leave. Tell me they take another turn to get out. Gonna be out of range for that. Okay. We can hit you with that, and hit you with that. We can hit you with the dorsal weapon.
Helmsman, take us in. Salvo!
Nice, there we go.
Make every shot count.
Beautiful. I'd assume they're gonna get away.
Coordinates set.
Didn't get to see our plasma batteries. Very disappointed in that. Oh, we're just out of range. And I don't even have everyone signed.
Got them.
Okay. Good? I think we're good. The Dead World, Druce's Blessing. We have to head for Footfall, don't we? Ah. Captain, we have the flagship Druce's Blessing with a small escort dead ahead. They're requesting a direct box channel, patching you through. Thorfast. Greetings, Lord Captain. I'm honored to speak with the rogue trader of the House of Valencius. May your name be known through the ages. How can I be of service? What's your squadron doing here? We develop supply routes for chartists. See, my ship is a representative of the merchant fleet. This part of the Imperium territory, yet we do not have a fixed charter-defined trade route. Our mission is to establish business contacts with wayfarers in need of regular ship repairs and those who are interested in specialized goods. I want to take a look at your catalog of stuff. Flammers Drive provides a 13 speed along with low acceleration and braking. So strong acceleration and braking is what we have. Better chance to hit, and our rating is 20, so like we can't get much more. We don't have any reputation. Oh. Okay, so they're not going to buy any of them. Okay. They're only going to buy void stuff. That makes sense. And I don't think I want to buy any of them yet. Oh, that's right. Let's go do that real quick. Wait, what? That's it? Oh, bridge. Our captain, the machine spirit of the mechanism slumbers. Should you wish to awaken, use the key of your blood. Who are you and what's your purpose? You're IH-630, the venerated engineer. Engineer Prime has entrusted the sacred mechanism into my care, and it is now my duty to assist the rogue traders' understanding of the hallowed code. Righto. Pascal has informed me that the system has encrypted data stored inside and I wish to view its contents. And without another word, he does the things. So there's a hidden cache on Dargonus. That is damaged. Registering an intact segment, the machine spirit has spoken. The worlds of Kaivagama and Dargonus hold certain data repositories. The mechanism is ready to provide the rogue trader with the data keys. Cool. How do I access them? Oh, they'll be in my head. Cool. My hand is already in the servitor's mouth. Need to know more about the caches. Machine Spirit is willing to commence the calculation procedure that could restore the lost data. That has been restored, but only single phrase. Litanies of the motive force. Okay. Stable the defenses. Excellent. What data repositories? Okay. Have the tech priests figured out how I started the ship? Okay. Okay, we'll come back to that.
May your labors be effective and fruitful.
Footfall, here we come. Oh my. Oh, we're going to the Void Dock. Oh no, if okay. Heinrichs has left us for now. We bring that filthy heretic with us. Trader Football welcomes you on behalf of Liege Lord. Hey Darth. Oh, welcome back, my Bizzle. Liege awaits you at his residence, but should you have any other business to conduct in the station, I'll be honored to serve as your guide. This is so familiar behind the amber colored scattering of words of welcome. Far less appealing hues lurk, murky and diluted. Look of someone accustomed to lying and hiding their intentions. Someone's coming, they're coming for us. Watch out, Lord Captain. Who's coming? Judging by the voices, a lot of them angry. They've got teeth, but they aren't that sharp. Their strength is their numbers. Pray, what are you talking about? What could you mean by such a cryptic pronoun? And she doesn't get to say the rest.
Hey, newcomers! How's this for a warm welcome?
Wow.
Your arrogance will be your downfall.
I will fight if I must.
So Cassie's gonna stand here and try them. Genta's gonna be there. Yuck. Oh yeah, it's definitely because I chose to announce myself, but you know, it is what it is. Abelard is just gonna stand there like a boss, but he's probably gonna stand on her dead body. So, Cassia. Oh, you have more stuff. Oh my god. Don't know how all of this works. Oh, it rotates in conjunction with me. Okay. Interesting. Alright, well, we'll come back to that. You guys. Oh, you all burst into flames. Is that because we hit that? Pascal. Honestly, you're just gonna burst fire up there.
Condemns you.
Isn't this a job for the serfs?
Oh, my ears are ringing.
The scriptural prognosis is faithful.
Heretics be damned!
Pain cleanses the body.
And she loses her turn. Bloodstained Amelia.
I go into the Emperor's light, for I am his chosen.
Hold on! Stay with us!
The thugs took out the sister battle in the first turn. With 2 shotgun blasts.
Field medicine at its finest. It will be done.
Move him into the front line.
There is movement in the Empyrean.
Oh, you don't have your... Wait. There it is. That will do nicely. Everyone else is fine, it's just yeah.
Anything else?
Just is what it is, right?
What?
Get her
Was that
dodge
you?
up.
Or
I'll make it happen. I'll see to it personally.
My vow is to serve. Successfully terminated.
Well done, Pascal. Well done. And if only our sister Battle could have fired, eh? I got taken out like a dumbass. We've 22 wait, we have 22 stacks tactical advantage. And then if we do this, their next attack does plus 4% for every, can do 88% more damage. Also, what is with your arms? I'd not noticed that before.
Demands. I am a navigator, not a servitor.
At your beck and call.
High momentum.
I like that kind of little dodge mechanic thing.
Heavy is the tread of his faithful. Request approved. Running binary override. The Omnissiah knows all, comprehends all.
Didn't flinch.
Just melted. Ah, no.
darkness consumes me.
Take up defense over the body of the fallen unit.
That shotgun is... What kind of shotgun is that? Combat shotgun. But it's absolutely destroyed 3 of our people.
High momentum.
Be careful not to cross my gaze. I'm not accustomed to being ordered around.
Target well struck. No matter the cost. Indeed.
Oh, no, don't start doing this.
Reduced to dust.
I only have 1 AP left.
Victory is imminent.
We're gonna move out here.
I've seen worse battles than this in my time.
Me? If you insist, Lord Captain.
Oh, Pascal. Here it is. There's that dodge. There's that dodge.
Maybe
Oh,
down.
never mind.
Not out.
I don't know what to do.
Give it a second shot. Now we're just gonna blame Adira because she's not leveled up.
It will be done. I took care of this one. A tactically sound approach.
Oh, it's just this one guy left. Perfect. This will blow your mind.
Aside. The navigator is coming. Try to die with grace, at least.
We'll protect the killed. Every time in Warhammer, and then they go, "Oh, dear Emperor, our Lord and Savior, how could this have happened? Who would have thought?" Gang of puny thugs attacked me. An Emperor's anointed rogue trader von Blesses. Such a poorly organized attempt of my life can only be seen as a personal affront. Very nice, young man. We took care of the attackers. Do you know who they were? They were Anvers. They're a gang. They're the worst, I'm telling you. They're scared of no one. Not even the Liege to Kara. Okay. Does this go on often around here? Shootings, yes. Attack on nobles not very often, unless it's the Anvers. They're vicious. Not a week goes by without them killing someone. They're wicked heretics. They respect nothing. They follow no rules. Heretics, you say? Yes, sorry, Lordship. I'll go report to Liege. They killed her. They killed my lady. Oh, that's terrible. Oh, that's unfortunate. Ooh, better armor. Okay, we will be taking that. Like slightly better armor. F. Oh well. Nice. Note there. And supposedly we got all the loot there.
Always keep your eye on the prize.
Oh, is the he's following us around. Oh, he's following us. Is that the warrant of trade, or a copy of it at least to say who we are? Anyway, guys, I need to head off and go to work. Do appreciate people hanging out. Hope you're having a good one, and hopefully we'll catch you again soon.